As the question says, a hollow sphere is released from the top of an inclined plane of inclination theta. What should be the minimum coefficient of friction between the sphere and the plane to prevent sliding? B. Find the kinetic energy of the ball as it moves down a length L on the incline if the friction coefficient is half the value calculated in part A. So we are having a wedge of inclination angle theta in which we are having a hollow sphere on which a mass mg sine theta force is applied to the left. So obviously in order to make it will be having the point that is in contact with the wedge will be moving ahead with some velocity. That's why the friction will act downwards, that is actually opposite to mg sine theta, in order to bring it into pure rotation motion. So if we frame the equation, we can write down that the mass into acceleration, where acceleration is in the downward direction, equals to mg sine theta minus friction. Marking it as equation number 1, let us frame one more equation for the torque, which will be frictional torque will be F into R, because it will be applied here and the distance is R, equals to I will be 2 by 3 mr square because it is hollow sphere, into alpha, and since it is coming into pure rotation, rather alpha is equals to A by R. From here we get friction equals to 2 by 3 mass into acceleration, and mark it as equation number 2. Now putting this value of friction in equation number 1, we can solve for the acceleration A, that comes out to be 3 by 5 g sine theta. Now we can put this acceleration into the frictional equation and we can find out the friction to be 2.2 by 5 mg sine theta. Now we all know that mu n, where n is mg cos theta over here in the vertical direction, equals to friction, that is 2 by 5 mg sine theta. So we get mu minimum to be 2 by 5 tan theta. So this is the minimum value of mu that must be there to prevent the sliding of the sphere on the wedge. B. This was the A part. And the B being, find the kinetic energy of the ball as it moves down a length L on the incline if the friction coefficient is half the value. So if it is half the value, it is 1 by 5 tan theta. So we can write it down as, now this is a different question, right? Because this is a different part, so acceleration will come out to be different. So 1 by 5 tan theta mg cos theta, this is what? The mu, this is mg cos theta into R, that is friction. Torque due to the friction is equals to I, which is m2 by 3 mr square into alpha. Got the equation? This is actually torque equal to I alpha, right? Now from here we can calculate alpha to be 3 by 10 g sine theta over R. And so we can write down acceleration, that is A dash. We are taking A dash in this case because we took A already in the previous case. So just to avoid the confusion, we are taking it as A dash, which comes out to be g sine theta minus g by 5 sine theta, or 4 by 5 g sine theta. Now from second equation we can write it as ut plus half at square, where u is 0. So we can write it as t square equal to 2s over a dash, giving us t square to be 2l into 4g sine theta by 5 into 5 by 2g sine theta. Now friends, we coming to the here. making some space over here. We can write down, now you can see from here I am continuing over here. Okay, now omega equal to alpha into d, where alpha is the average angular acceleration. Moreover, the kinetic energy is half mv square plus half I omega square. That is due to both the motion, because it is involved in both linear and rotational as well. Putting the values over here, we get half m 2as by third equation of motion plus half I alpha t whole square. Putting the values over here, we get 4 mgl sine theta by 5 plus 3 mgl sine theta by 40, giving us the kinetic energy to be 7 by 8 mgl sine theta.